Talk to me, baby. I'll be listening. And tell me what's on your mind. What exactly did we do to make you cry this time? Well, I'll be your comforter. I will make you right. We cast a shadow on your home, and I will bring back your life. Hey, they be moving slow motion. I'm gonna do a 90s video on y'all one day. I promise you. Y'all gonna be like, what is he doing? I'm telling you, I'm gonna do a 90s. So, Game of Thrones. So season 6, episode 9, Battle of the Bastards. So let me start like this. There were 2 reasons I said that I decided to start watching. One was somebody described the last episode that whatever was to me, and what happened with the dragon, White Walkers, whatever, and that intrigued me. But there was also a clip on Instagram that I saw. Excuse me, and it was Jon. I didn't know it was Jon until just now. It was Jon, and thousands of soldiers coming toward him. He's kind of like looking like, like this is it. He pulls his sword, and then it's the camera shot from the back with the back of Jon, and then all the people coming towards. So I finally saw that shot. I've been waiting for it the entire series. Anyway, it was dope. So what we got here? We have Khaleesi. It starts out with the Tyrion and Khaleesi are, bombs are hitting the pyramid in the city, and they're sitting there like, ooh. Well, Tyrion is scared, but Khaleesi is like, I'm good. I'm gonna do what it do. So Tyrion is like, maybe we should hide. Khaleesi is like, well, maybe we should just kill everybody. She's like, you can't tell her nothing now. She Kanye. So then. So then later on, they go down to meet with some of the slave owners from before. And they were like, hey, we're here to talk surrender. And the slave owners was like, nah, man, you'll leave the city walking. That's about it. We're going to keep the slaves. We're going to sell them off, the former slaves. We're going to keep the interpreter, baby Holly. And we're going to sell her off. And that's about it. And Tyrion was like, nah, we was talking about your surrender. They was like, what? Just then, dragon swooped in, all 3 of them. Khaleesi got on one, and they torched the ships, with the gas already on it. And then Greyjoy told the people that were left, it was like, listen, told the soldiers that were behind the slave masters, it was like, listen, if you leave now, go home to your family. If you stay, you will be murdered. And so of course they left. And then the Greyjoy killed 2 of the masters, and they left one alive. And Tyrion was like, go back and tell them what you saw today. And that was that. And so let's get to also Theon and them show up to the to talk to Khaleesi. And Theon and his sister was like, listen, Khaleesi didn't understand that it was the young lady that was going to be taking over the throne. And she was impressed by that. She got a license, so they were flirting, And, Khaleesi, I loved it, though. It was good. So basically, they want Khaleesi's help. They're going to give her 100 ships, which is what they need to kind of like start to invade, get what she's looking to get. And so they made a deal, And so let's get to the shit, So Sansa and Jon were arguing back and forth, just talking about, well, Jon's thing was like, Sansa was saying, oh, we don't have enough soldiers. You should have asked my advice before. She wants to feel a part of it. Because like I said, she's been ballsy lately. And Jon was like, yo, this is all we got. We're going to war with what we got. That's it. She was like, listen, you don't know Ramsey, Just trying to say that, hey, I don't know anything about war, but I know this dude is crazy, yada, yada, yada. So, things, it comes to, so Sansa and Jon and a couple other people meet Ramsey on his, and they were talking, and at the end of the conversation, they were like, hey, you get your little bro back. It was like, how you know we got him? They took the wolf's head, threw it out there, and Sansa was like, you're gonna die tomorrow, so I hope you sleep well, something like that. Ramsey is an amazing actor. He plays this part really well. And, that's another thing Sansa was saying. Anyway, let's just get right to the shit. Again, I'm going to get right to all the shits. Man, so they're about to meet. Ramsey, his army. Jon and the wildlings in the army. And Ramsey's got, 5 times as many soldiers. And he sends little bro out there. And he says, we're going to play a game. I need you to run. And he runs. And he fires off a few arrows. And Jon sees it. So Jon takes off on the horse. And I'm talking about just as it got me. I thought somehow, he was going to make it. Just as the boy got to Jon, the arrow got him, killed him right there. And then he sent a bunch of, arrows there, and it, so the war has started now. So the way Theon was doing it, the way Ramsey was doing it was that he said, listen, I got, he didn't say nothing. He just had a bunch of people in the back shooting arrows, every, 30 seconds or every minute or so, even as the foot soldiers battle. So you got the wildlings and everybody going at it. They are smashing Jon because they don't have enough people. And then after a while, but the entire time they launching these arrows, and it's just, it's debilitating his army. And there was something so Jon was like, yo, let's fight mano a mano before it all went down. And so he just kept sending the arrows, man, and it was a wonderful strategy. Then they did this formation with the shields, but they were like doubled up, and they did the formation, and and they would yell move, and they would stick their spears through the shields and just press everybody against the pile of bodies that were already. The giants got stuck I don't know how many times. And it looks like it's almost over. And you thought Jon was gonna get smashed under he got trampled. Next thing you know, freaking Littlefinger and Sansa come rolling up with a whole new army. And then, they take everything over and they knock everybody else. So Jon looks at Ramsey and then the head wildling, the ginger dude, and then the giant. So Ramsey runs back to Winterfell, I think. And then, so anyway, they give chase. And, soon as Ramsey got within the doors, they locked the doors. Ramsey was just like, yeah, they out there. Giant was right on his ass. Wow. He knocks the door down. And, they keep lighting his ass up with arrow. This is me arrow right here. You see how I'm pulling arrow? And, oh, man, it was crazy. So then finally, anyway, they fight. He keep trying to get Jon. Jon takes the shield. He keeps trying to, Ramsey keeps trying to shoot Jon with the shield. It takes 3 times. He goes over there, knocks him out, and just dropped 5th War bees on him until he looked up at Sansa. And then they put him in the dungeon by the dogs, and then Sansa walked in. She's behind the door. And he was like, yeah, these are my dogs. They'll never kill me or whatever. They're loyal beasts. said, but you ain't fed them in 7 days, and the dogs just, well, one dog just creeped up on his face, looked at him, licked him. He was trying to tell him to sit down, and he just, Sansa tried to turn away, but instead she made herself watch him die. So anyway, another 10 minutes, shouldn't have been. But anyway, I don't know, man. I'm almost there. Shout out. I need a tribe to watch it with y'all playing with me. Sing with me. I will comfort you. I will comfort you. Comfort. I will comfort you. Comfort. Come on, you gotta sing.